New Orleans grew where the Mississippi River met the Gulf world. Its location made it a meeting place for river traffic, ocean commerce, and people arriving from many directions. Geography created an opportunity, but people built the city that used it. River bends, wetlands, and seasonal flooding made this an ambitious place to build. The city's location offered access, but it also required constant local knowledge of water, weather, and work along the levee. French colonists established the city in 1718, and French law, language, architecture, and Catholic institutions shaped its early streets. That inheritance remained visible even after political control changed hands. Spain governed New Orleans for decades after 1763. Spanish officials rebuilt and regulated the city after devastating fires, while trade and migration kept making the port more diverse than any single imperial label could describe. African and African descended people were central to New Orleans from the beginning. Enslaved people endured coercion and violence, while free people of color built families, trades, institutions, and cultural traditions under unequal law. Those communities developed cultural and economic life despite restrictions that varied over time. Their experiences make clear that New Orleans was neither socially simple nor divided into only two fixed groups. The port tied together French, Spanish, African, Caribbean, indigenous, and later American worlds. Cargo moved through warehouses, but so did music, foodways, languages, faiths, and ideas carried by sailors, migrants, merchants, and workers. The city's markets depended on practical cooperation among people who did not share the same language, legal status, or political allegiance. Exchange created connection without removing inequality. The Louisiana Purchase in 1803 brought New Orleans into the United States, but it did not erase the city's existing society. New residents entered a place with older laws, communities, and customs, producing cooperation as well as conflict. A brief, static map or shipping document can clarify New Orleans' river position. It should not suggest the city was a machine. Its power depended on pilots, stevedores, cooks, traders, craftspeople, and households doing daily work. This is why a static document is enough. Geography explains the port's position, while the people at the wharf explain how that position became influence. As the 19th century advanced, cotton and sugar intensified the port's wealth and also its ties to slavery and empire. Prosperity was distributed unevenly, and the city's commercial success cannot be separated from the systems that constrained so many lives. New Orleans also became a cultural crossroads. Neighborhoods, churches, markets, kitchens, and gathering places made exchange visible in everyday life, even when law and power divided people sharply. Cultural mixing was not always easy or equal, but it produced institutions and practices that outlasted individual rulers. Food, language, ritual, and music carried histories across generations. That is why New Orleans mixed more than three worlds. It became a city shaped by overlapping empires, African and Caribbean diasporas, indigenous presence, American expansion, river commerce, and the unequal choices of its residents and rulers. Its history resists a simple origin story. New Orleans mattered because different communities made a shared place under unequal conditions, then repeatedly remade it as political power changed around them.